Hello folks and welcome to another daily Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. We will start today again with an initial comment and I'm going to split it in free content and premium content. So I will go a little bit deeper in premium, but however the content will be similar. Okay, I'm not going to hide any kind of crucial information, just to make it clear. However, let us start. We will start first of all with the decision by the Bank of Japan. The governor just said, hey, we keep doing what we are doing. So we let our wallet really wide open for carry trades. So even the inflation in Japan is rising, even the service inflation is rising, even that's bringing some pain to their economy and industry, they don't care. They don't care. And yeah, that's, in my opinion, I don't know if that's dumb as fuck or if they are making some favors to maybe not their right friends. I really don't get that. But however, that's the decision, and we will talk about that. So let us start and take a look what is happening to the Japanese inflation. First of all, what we see here, for example, is the Japan Service PMI. And the service PMI in Japan, as you can see, it's not declining. It was declining since October. It went down a little bit. What is that? Something like at 50. Afterwards, in January, it went up once again because they had a rise in wages, an average rise in wages of 4.8% just within 1 month. That's actually, at least for a country that depends a little bit of exports, not really the best case, right? However, the BOJ just mentioned in the beginning, well, the big problem we have is that the yen related, so compared to the USD, is looking weak. Because of course, when the Fed started to be hawkish, the US dollar started to push up and the yen started to decline. So they said one of the main factors why the inflation in Japan is rising was the weak yen. Okay, right. Well, they started to sell treasury bonds, US treasury bonds, to buy, for example, to invest their money in their own currency. That's something where I would say, okay, I'm fine with that. So the yen went up, but the inflation is not declining. So the big question is, why not? Because of service inflation. Many people don't know what is service inflation. You will find services everywhere. So 50 years ago, the service economy or the service sector of our economy was relatively small related to today. Today, everything, every little sector, it doesn't mean if it's industry or whatever, you will find services. IT is a service. If you go to the bank, that's a service. So everything related to services, just really everything, has an impact to the whole economy. So, so really, even if, for example, for logistics, that can have also, if you need to refinance your carpool, and your bank costs more because the service fees is going up, and so on and so forth, that has an impact. It makes almost between 50 to 60% of almost, in some economies less, in some economies more, but almost 50 to 60% of every economy. So if the service inflation maintains and goes up, it's really, really hard. So you can imagine that that's one of the main factors, also in Japan. So meanwhile, I was a little bit expecting, hey, okay, that's not going to work. All what we tried to do failed. The inflation is going up more and more and more, and it starts to have also an impact to our economy, to our industry. However, they don't care. It seems they don't care. They are still. Well, why is that really important? Well, I mean, you can imagine if the Fed is trying to reduce the circulating USD supply, and Japan and China is just selling treasury bonds, you can imagine what happens. So also the inflation in the US will not decline, even if the Fed is being hawkish, and they are saying right now, even they are expecting just to raise the interest rates by 25 bps next meeting, maybe 50, but I guess 25 bps. They are now thinking about, okay, we need to raise rates even more. And that's a really big problem, also for the Fed. Why, in my opinion, the Bank of Japan, I don't know what they are doing, what is their plan. They are now talking about energy costs. I mean, just check the charts for crude oil or gas. They are talking about an old story. I mean, it's more possible that the energy costs go up again with an escalation in the Russian and Ukraine conflict, for example. So they are making a bet that's almost all in. It doesn't make sense, but they are doing it. And that also means that some global companies, BlackRock, I don't know, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and so many institutionals out there, they can keep getting cheap money in Japan and use them to gamble on Wall Street or other markets as well. That's what they call carry trades. It is what it is. We will see how far they want to go, but yeah, it is not cool at all. However, now let us go to the next chapter, because I was, not since today, but since few days, people indicating, hey, we see a decoupling trend between Bitcoin and SPY, so SP500 and so on and so forth. Yes, indeed, I can see that as well, but they replaced, it seems, SPY, and that's really a huge that's really a huge asset with big volume moving. It's almost the biggest, I'm not sure, but I think it is maybe the biggest asset or one of the top 10 related to the daily volume. A monthly volume. However, I will show you what happens after the decoupling between BTC and SPY. So let us take a look here. I need to change the chart and I will show you that here. Maybe you see that. I need my epic, wonderful pen here, and we can see the price went down, also Bitcoin. Then it went up, also Bitcoin. Then it went down once again until here, also Bitcoin. That was something like a local bottom. And then afterwards it went up again. Oh, look, also Bitcoin. That's the 1 hour time frame. We are not talking about 1 day, 1 week, 1 year, whatever. It's 1 hour. 1 hour time frame. Now look, memes are pushing up very hard, means, I think Bitcoin is going to do exactly the same. Just let us see if that's going to happen, but I would make even a bet for that. So it looks like that those who are investing here in meme stocks ETF, that's also a future asset, are, I don't know why. I think because they are using meme stocks and Bitcoins for their trades, gambling trades. And it's the famous meme stocks that only go up, apparently. And maybe that makes sense that someone thought, hey, if that's only going up, then we should couple both. I don't know if that's the case, but if you take a look here, it's really incredible how the both assets correlate each other. Now, I guess you are asking, what? Meme stocks? What the hell are meme stocks? Yeah, you are absolutely right. I would make exactly the same question. If we take a look, what is behind meme stocks? We can see all the stocks behind this wonderful ETF. We have AMC, DraftKings, Virgin Galactic, Upstart, I don't know, Coinbase. Oh, look, Coinbase. Oh, GameStop, Cloudflare, Tesla, Robinhood, Peloton, Enphase Energy, I don't know, Sophie Technologies, BlackBerry. Oh, Jesus, BlackBerry. BlackBerry was cool 20 years ago. Snap, Nordstrom, yeah. Yeah, what should I say? I mean, we remember that Tesla was pushing up from one day to another like hell, right? So absolutely not volatile. But that's it. That's it. So let us see if now Bitcoin once again is going to follow what the meme stock is doing. Just pushing up means maybe back to 25 or 20,600 like we did already. It's possible. Let us take a look. So now we are going, we shifted now to the premium part. The premium part will be also interesting. Just because, for example, where's my wonderful, oh, here. If we take a look, for example, just open your charts. Maybe that makes more sense. And then if we take a look here, that's actually our premium discount. Our premium discount indicating, for example, when, for example, you see how volatile it is because, you know, it's almost between 1% and minus 1%, right? But look what happened end of the year. Oh, that's the wrong color. And what happened afterwards? What does that mean? It was a discount once again, and that was actually just end of the year, and afterwards it pushed up to premium, to a high premium, and right now it's declining. It's declining, as you can see, it's declining. So when is the premium rising, or when, for example, is the discount rising? Well, usually that's the main point of every market. It's supply and demand. If you have less demand for this ETF, it goes down more and more and more to attract potential investors. So it seems that, as we see here, it was very volatile, so down, then up, then down, then up, and so on and so forth. So the demand started to decline, and afterwards it pushed up more and more and more, as you can see here, just indicating people since the beginning of the year started to demand more this meme stocks ETF, and now it's declining. Since when? Since February. If we take a look now, the last time was February 1st, and since then started to decline. February 6th, February, okay, then I know to turn it off. February 7th, February 13th, and so on and so forth. Also indicating they are selling those ETFs, and the demand is declining. While the price of Bitcoin has started, I mean, it pushed up For example, if we see 15th, let us take a look. Where's 15th? 15th, 10th, 12th, 13th, 16th was extremely low, and then it pushed up until February 20th. And that's, if we see 15th, we pushed up very hard. 20th was, let me check, we did almost over, yeah, almost. We tried against 25,000, and then afterwards we started to decline. And that's what happened here as well. In that case, of course, it's a different. It's not one-to-one the same asset, but it's also indicating here the trend was very clear and Bitcoin is following. Now we need to see how the whole thing is going to go, if that keeps, and we need to track that, because if that's the case, well, we just need to check what the meme stocks is going to do, and Bitcoin will follow it. If that's the case, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous, but it wouldn't surprise me. Will we track that more? However, now we go forward and we'll check more what is happening to the market, if we can figure out independently, I don't know, sorry for this word, I don't know, but not related to the meme stocks. We will check the on-chain data and we will check if we can figure out what's going to happen next. So then let us talk about what's happening here. Well, once again, the 1 day time frame on weights ratio don't want to break this area, and it maintains above a 43. 43 is actually great, better than 50. However, that means 43 would be here, as that is a 30 days moving average, and we were so high all the time. It means it will, only if it maintains now at that area between 40, 45 or something, then it will start to decline more and more and more. Otherwise, it will maintain such an level, and that's just indicating us they are just sending more and more bitcoins. They are sending, they are distributing more, and I have said just a few days ago, in my opinion, they will shift to a lower level, because at 25 the demand was shrinking, and I noticed that when retailers started just to sell instead to buy, why they are still using more futures than spot, also indicating it's not the same like we had just before. So it seems that retailers are not reacting as expected. So usually then the price should decline a little bit more to trigger some demand, while they keep doing it. So they are still working a lot with futures, and it seems now related to BUSD, they can trade BUSD, so buy BUSD Bitcoin. I really don't know who is doing it after Paxos stopped issuing BUSD, to be honest. I really don't know. I mean, yeah, Cumberland, maybe. I mean, these guys are not even a little bit better than Alameda or FTX. But however, they are using this opportunity with premium, so they are making good money with that, and selling BTC then with USDT, and so swapping while making a nice profit at the same time. The question is how much money they have, how many times they will do it. Nobody knows that. So, but it's you know, it looks so desperate, everything. It looks so, they are at the same time so creative. But yeah, it's incredible. For me, it's just incredible, but it is what it is, right? So we need to see. If we go forward, for example, we can see that the stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges declined and lifted up. We also see here that the weights ratio 30 hours moving average is just maintaining 85. So that's also very interesting. Usually, it's not maintaining. It goes up, it goes down, but not maintaining. So also very interesting what's happening here. I didn't check the data before, just to make it clear. So we see the same at the moment, and I need to interpret now all the information and data at the same time. So if I take a look, for example, here, once again, it wasn't big, but they sent less, indicating we want to push up. Then they go up again and the price starts to fall. Even if it's not the same like here, but also indicating, the market is once again in control of you. If we take a look here, for example, I would say, it's still making higher lows and declining a little bit, making lower highs, but it's just the range is just becoming smaller, but that's it. However, here nothing to see at the moment. It seems, we will play that game for a while. Nobody knows how long, but we'll see what the meme stock is going to do, and maybe then we have a trend. If the meme stocks goes up, then we will go, it seems, more up. If the meme stocks goes down, then you know what's going to happen. So if the demand for meme stocks goes down and it's in a discount, the opportunity that it goes up afterwards. But it depends also on all these companies related to the ETF, like what I said, AMC, like Tesla's, all these guys, all these companies. So let us go forward. So then let us see also here, as you can see, nothing big, really absolutely nothing. If we compare that, even that wasn't big, not that big, where I would say that's huge. Do you remember 2022? Jesus, we had there tons of bitcoins coming in, sometimes 10,000, 15 in 1 hour. Now we are talking, let us see, that's today, the biggest was 940 bitcoins. But also because, even the volume looks great on Binance, just generating 98% of the spot volume in a whole crypto space, something that, if you believe that, then what should I say? But I don't believe that. I think they're just generating wash trading, attracting whales and retailers, because many are thinking, there's the liquidity, look, the volume, right? I don't believe that. I really don't believe that. Even after yesterday's, financial report by Coinbase, that was looking terrible, really terrible. But in my opinion, if Coinbase looks terrible, is Binance spot market looking much better? Well, at least we can say that Coinbase doesn't have a derivative market. So, of course, some people will go there. But at the same time, Binance doesn't have a USD pair. Something that, for example, Bitfinex has, and even Coinbase. Anyway, doesn't look big at the moment. If I check that, we received 270 million here. That was this morning. And so I would be careful, not sure why. We are receiving 270 millions. Doesn't mean those 270 millions are related to Bitcoin. Could be Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other alts. Nobody knows that. But anyway, That's what we can see. At the same time, almost no outflows at the moment, but that's almost it. So let us go forward. So related, for example, here to our net flow, we can see something changed. So yesterday everything was red. We had even here monthly net flow of 15,000, indicating that much more Bitcoins are arriving. Now it looks a little bit more green for today, indicating that they are buying more than selling. It seems at least they are taking out more Bitcoins from centralized exchanges than sending, and even the weekly. So we are talking about 3,500 Bitcoins. It's not that huge, but enough. If we take a look, for example, that's the daily net flow from yesterday, for example, where we can see that was almost, is that 25,000? Not sure. Let us take a look here. It's here. Whoa, yeah, maybe 22 or something. So if we go forward, last 14 days, we can see at the moment here as well, that's the net flow 1 hour. And also here we can see what's happening. We received more Bitcoins and now the price is reacting. So we went up and now it's declining. And also here, very interesting, is the centralized, the Bitcoin balance on centralized exchanges. So also reducing here, indicating they're buying more at the moment. So it's the big question. I'm still convinced, as long as they find demand at 24, 25 or between 24, 25, we'll maintain that. And we need a trigger just to break and to go down to, below 25K. But I said yesterday, I don't think we are done. We will go a little bit more up, maybe 25, even a little bit beyond. Maybe start to make a bull trap or something. Before, I thought they are going to make a 23 or maybe even lower, 22,800, make a bear trap. Maybe it's still to come. I don't know. But however, this looks like... not sure if we are done, but it looks like they are flipping at the moment and just buying more than selling. So they are using this little dip at the moment, and I guess just to push up afterwards to sell again at 25, 400, 500. We will see. At the moment they are protecting the area above of 24,800, I think. But also something we will figure out later on, right? So let us go forward. So if we take a look here, also very interesting, funding rate was declining here and then pushed up very hard, now maintaining, also indicating someone started to demand a lot of longs at 24,400. It's going to be interesting. At the same time, we can see what the open interest did. At the same time, declined, pushed up and declined more. And if we take a look, for example, here, that's the leverage ratio, declined, pushed up, declined, again, pushed up and declined. So also here indicating it seems they liquidated some high leverage positions, and yeah, some volatility came back. We will see how that will end. I'm not sure yet. Some people are saying, is the local top, is that already, it's under the current circumstances, it's almost impossible to tell you that. We really need to track all this information over and over and over again. And in my opinion, I'm still absolutely convinced that whole rally is an exit liquidity rally. And they used this rally using mainly futures, supporting it with spot just to push up with BUSD. That was the initiation in the beginning of the year. Then they started to flip again to USDT and to USDC. And yeah, we will see. I mean, how long they will play this game. But in my opinion, I always said, you know, when you see such FOMO candles, green candles, that in my opinion, the only goal they have is to create FOMO, it will go down exactly in the same way how it went up. Even at the moment doesn't look like, because at the moment it really looks like these guys want to distribute as much as they can, all right? However, we will see. If we take a look now here, for example, we can see 100 millions inflow and 60 millions outflow related to derivative exchanges. Absolutely, it's not even worth to talk about. That's really low. If we go forward, we can see here, for example, 1,940 bitcoins inflows, 2,000 bitcoins outflows related to derivative exchanges. Also here indicating they are starting to take profit. The question is from what? From longs, from shorts? I can't see that. I really can't see that. Even the funding rate can show me that. It's really hard to say, to be honest. So, however, let us go forward. We can see at least that the open interest went up. The funding, the leverage ratio also, and the funding rate, the aggregated, maintains positive, indicating they are still demanding longs. Even in the short term, they started to demand more shorts, and why the price is declining now. So, yeah. If we take also a look here, yesterday, almost 1,600 bitcoins wrecked. Long futures liquidated, and almost 400 short futures, so 400 bitcoins also liquidated here. Now let us go forward to blockchain whispers, and yeah, 62 to 38. I mean, it's absolutely still not looking healthy. So I don't know. They are really expecting from here moon or something. And here related to Ethereum doesn't look better, 60 to 40. On Bitfinex, yeah, longs not rising and shorts as well. I think it looks even similar to yesterday, so nothing have changed. Now let us take a look to the Kingfisher. And okay, I don't know, it's new, all leverage. So all leverage, it seems we are creating at 24,600 again a high leverage positions. We have 180 liquidation would be the maximum, while if I take a look, the maximum would be here with 150 millions liquidation cluster at 35,800. So yeah, I would say mid to low leverage short positions, and the biggest part would be on the long side with 100 million at almost 17k. So if we take now high leverage, I guess it's more part of the shorts. Oh, okay, it's going to be interesting now. So let us have some volatility between 23,600 and 24,600. 1,000. Yeah, not bad to make some swings. Why only 6 million in maximum liquidation cluster, 5.5 million and 24,300. So 24,300 should be also a very interesting level to liquidate all these high leverage positions. Let us go forward. So if we check the gamma volts, peanuts, really nonsense, absolutely nonsense. It's not useful. 35k, who cares about 35k, to be honest, because with such a scale it's just indicating nothing, absolutely nothing. However, if we check, that would be mean 24,500 and 23,500 would be our trade range. So exactly the range we need to liquidate high leverage positions. Also very interesting. So if we take a look to the gags, almost 199,000. So we went up once again, also indicating we can even go more to the downside. At least that's what could happen if the gags is going to have any effect to the price. But yeah, we will see. However, let us go forward. So we are going to check all these options here. So custom strategy, we know it's really tough. We don't know exactly what they are going to do there. Short straddle, short ratio put spread, and bear call spread. Then let us take a look to them. Custom strategy. Custom strategy, we have, hello? Yeah, 24 positions here. Let us take a look. What would be the biggest? The biggest, that looks big. That looks big. Yeah, that's one. Oh, God. It seems I need a huge desk. My God. Okay, then let us try again. Here we go. Until end of March, they both one put, one call. We don't know what's behind. We don't know if these guys are, if it's more related to such kind of hedge strategy combined with another strategy they are trading. We don't know. But if I take a look here, it looks like they are expecting a price between 24-26, but even if the price goes and breaks 24, it will be okay, or if it breaks 26 to the upside, it will be okay. Now you would say, okay, that's a very, very solid trade, right? Yep. So if we go forward here, for example, look, exactly the same, 24-25, also until end of the month. If we take a look here, no, that's not the same, but for example here, that's one trade. It's 24-27. The difference here is we have a different expiry. So they are expecting, so hey, 24 put. So I guess here we can break 24 to the downside and go hitting 23k once again. But for end of April, I would see more a trend hitting 27k and even above. So still maintaining a bullish sentiment. If we take a look here, also for example here, until end of February, expecting, well, until tomorrow, expecting a price below of 24.5, and the week after a price below of 24. So someone is expecting, hey, we will go a little bit more up, or we will maintain. However, but here also indicating a range between 24 and 24.5. To be honest, short-term, high leverage, risky gambler. Short straddle. 20 positions. So short straddle is a good friend of us, because we know short straddle, it's just, it's a strategy where they make money with premium, less commissions, but they are just making a bet that the price is not going to move big, so no sharp price move will happen. If we take a look, for example, here, wow, that's big. Oh, guy, oh, I like that. Look that. Oops. Okay, so let us see. Until end of April, and now we are talking. I mean, that's really big. They sold everything. It's always sold, so they are getting premium for that. For example, end of April, 24K, end of June, 24K, and end of and another end of June, also 27K. So but big. They sold in a lot. I mean, 1 million here, 1.5 million here, and 3.5 million here. That's not bad at all. But that's it. Short ratio. Where is the short ratio? Short ratio put spread? Yeah. That's fine. So there's short ratio put spread. Once again, the short ratio put spread is a strategy where you can profit when the price is declining a little bit or rising a little bit. So it's really hard because, you know, it depends largely on delta, theta, and vega or vega. I'm not sure how to spell it, but however, if you know option trading, you know what I mean. Anyway, it's also more a thing about the net premium you received. You can make some money with that. They are expecting here once again. I think it's from yesterday. Yeah, it is from yesterday. We have seen that, for example, here 21.19 both puts until end of March. It's really hard to say if these guys are really making a bet that the price goes down until end of March, hitting 21 and 19K. It can go up a little bit above of 21K. It can go down a little bit below of 19K. You know, we are talking here about they sold for 300K and they bought for 290. It's not bad, but if it's useful, I really don't know. I really can't tell you that. Not sure about that, to be honest. But yeah, let us go forward. And the last but not least, beer cold spread. The beer cold spread. Beer cold, where are you? Beer cold spread. It's in the beginning. Okay. It's in the top 20 positions here. Beer cold spread. It's almost, I mean, it's bearish. Usually it's bearish. And to maximize your profit, the Bitcoin price has to be at or below the strike price of the short call. The short call is here with the lower strike. And now we will check what they mean. So, where is the biggest? Okay, we have, oh, that's big. They sold and they bought. So, indicating here, for example, they are expecting a price below 23K. If we take a look here, they are expecting until next week a price below 22K. Yeah, and so on and so forth. Anyway, also here, only big premium trades I would consider as useful. Everything else, I have mentioned so many times, the price goes up, option traders are bullish. The price goes down, option traders are bearish. We need to check sometimes because they use different strategies also to hedge, to minimize their risk, and so on and so forth. But if you see high volume and premium at the same time with a really close expiry, that means this guy knows something because the leverage is extremely high. That's like you go in with $300,000 with a big short and using a leverage of 100. You know, I mean, they just need to push up almost $200 and they wrecked you. So then it seems, okay, this guy knows something. But I don't see that. I really don't see that. I mean, yeah, that's fine, but also here it's not, we have still almost a month, 5 weeks. That's, if it would be, for example, for tomorrow, that would be different. But then you see here, it's also almost a retailer. That's not big volume related to premium here, so not really in my interest, to be honest. Let us go forward. So we can see that the trend is at the moment clear, very clear. PUSD, it's so ridiculous. Even USD, and we will check how much is that. Let me turn all these here off and start again. Price range, yes. So let us take a look from here to here. It's the same here, so it's exactly the same. Talking, wow, 212 millions in negative CBD. Oh, okay, even more, sorry. 220 millions. Yeah, the aggregated's even a little bit higher, 227 millions. That's BUSD. Almost 30 millions negative CBD. Now here that's USD. Almost 38 millions and negative CBD. Now Bitcoin collateral. Oh, okay. Minus 550 millions. That's a lot. And here is stablecoin related. Wow, 3 billions. 3 billions in futures and negative CBD. That's big. 3 billions while almost 60, let us say 300 millions in negative CBD with spot. It's 10% of those 3 billions. Well, what should I say? However, BTC BUSD, I don't know who the hell is still trading with BUSD. The aggregated looks different. Once again, it looks like, someone is still using BUSD to I guess it's Cumberland. I guess they are using this premium stuff just to make profit and swap to USDT at the same time. But it's, because Cumberland is a specialist like Alameda in algo trading. So, if we go forward, Bitfinex, clear message, keeps distributing and follows the aggregated one. Bybit also doing the same distribution. Coinbase, interesting, pushed up, now declining. Bitstamp almost doing exactly the same like Coinbase. Okay, interesting. Kraken pushing up and now declining. Also interesting what I tweeted today about Kraken, because it seems that Kraken is one of the main USDT supplier at the moment for the market. So they are sending Kraken whales, or whoever it is behind, is sending USDT, large amounts of USDT from Kraken all the time to Binance. If we take a look, for example, here, Gemini now declining, also distributing. So let us go forward. Let us check here. Let us start with stablecoins. Okay, so USDT showing here, for example, they are taking profit after they were one of the main stablecoin that it seems pushed up the price here with 33 millions, and here also maintaining the price, and then they started to sell and now taking profit here almost 50 millions. If we go to USDC, doing exactly the same. USDC, for example, here 50 millions inflow, another 50 millions here. And that's very interesting because we can see that, for example, I think Bitstamp and Coinbase doing exactly the same. So it seems someone on Coinbase is really making, just, I don't know if trying or pushing, but something is happening here. Also very interesting what, for example, the market maker is doing. The market maker is declining here. That's really low time frame. And now retailers since here starting to push up. So also interesting. Now let us take in a larger time frame what the market maker is doing. Yeah, it's declining more. Once again, also very interesting. Nothing looks here like accumulation by the market maker. Let us show all the different entities once again, so we have a complete picture what's happening at the moment. Retailers. Well, they pushed up a little bit, now declining again. These guys pushing up, lifting up a little bit. These guys declining. As mentioned, market maker not doing anything. These guys pushing up a little bit. Yeah, this guy's not doing anything, and that's it. So yeah, very, very quite everything. Then we can see here, for example, also very interesting. If you check that, that's actually, you can see since October 2021 until today. And we have here, for example, we have here whales transactions count with more than 100k USD. Declining, 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 declining. But we also need to see and say, not only see, but also say, I take white, that it was declining even more here, and then it pushed up a little bit, right? Now declining again. So if we take, for example, a look to those guys here, you can see that as well, that whales transactions count with more than 1 million did exactly the same. So we have the Bitcoin price here, and also here you can see that's only the whale transaction count related to Bitcoins. And that looks like that these guys are really unloading. So they stopped in December, and they started again in January, in the beginning of the year. Interesting, isn't it? You have that here. So they started here. We had here something, and then they pushed up more, and their peak was on February 15th. And since then, it's declining. Again, we will see it's early stage to make a big conclusion about that. But if it maintains, I would say, it pushed up here once again and now declining. So also indicating, for example, here, it was really almost very low. And however, still transaction counts with more than $1 million still happening at that moment, indicating they are selling instead of buying. Otherwise, they are so stupid that they miss the dip and they prefer to buy at 25k. So that's it. Let us take a look here. That's something I missed. We need to check. Let us take also a look here, and then we will stop for today, at least here with these chapters. So okay, another 800 bitcoins coming from market maker, another 600 bitcoins here, and still one. And it's they are unloading. They are just unloading. They are selling and selling and selling. We take a look, for example, yesterday, Kraken whales pushed up, OKEX as well, and who is that? Okay, that is Bitstamp. While Gemini was reducing, Bitfinex as well, even Binance nothing big, Coinbase reducing, and so on and so forth. So they are maintaining, as mentioned, they are just maintaining. That's the whole thing. Also here, nothing to see. Also here, they are declining once again their fund holds. And look what's happening here. Look, as mentioned, it's bouncing. Spot is coming in again. Retailers active. Yeah, baby. It seems they're buying again, and that's what I said. As soon they shift to a lower level, they will find demand. So it's possible that we will maintain a 24K, like some option traders are expecting. However, we are done here. Let us go forward. So then let us take a look here. For example, that's Coinbase. On Coinbase, they are still waiting here 23K. Otherwise, also here, still protecting 25K. Otherwise, you know, a little bit something at 23,500, but nothing big. So I still think 23K bounce up, maybe again 25K, and then hopefully finally something big hitting up or down, because then we have at 20K and 27K still some volume there waiting. Now Bitstamp, you remember, is doing something similar like Coinbase. If we take a look here, for example, they are waiting at 23, otherwise protecting 22,600. Everything below of 21,6 starts to be a big challenge. Otherwise, they are waiting there. I don't know. I mean, I'm showing you that, but I don't even know if that's spoofing. It could be also spoofing, right? However, 26K here and a lot of stuff waiting to the upside. Even investing.com was today. I mean, these guys are the most biased analysts you can imagine. Because every time these guys are talking about Bitcoin, it's almost moon, ignoring everything. I really don't get that. However, but they launched or released today an article saying, yeah, 30K is the next level. I don't see that yet. I mean, if they keep using futures, they can even go to 1 million. But it's a question of liquidity, you know, and liquidity is not cheap anymore. So we will see. Binance, BTC, USDT. As said today, they are still protecting all area between 25,500 and almost 24,600. At the same time, everything between 23,400 and 23 as well. Also waiting here, and we bounce here twice. Right now waiting here as well. Can happen that we go up and down again. That's something, you know. At least we have a nice trading range to swing trades. BTC BUSD I shouldn't care about, but as it maintains alive, We have here 23,500, 156 Bitcoin wall, and also still at 25K. So also if they want to let trigger all these walls just to convert to USDT, for example, I don't know, then they should go up. But I mean, if they sell here, it's obviously just selling in BUSD. So I think they buy with BUSD and they sell just with USDT to make this whole swap, yeah, profitable for them. Also, Bitfinex still waiting here between 25,300 and 25,500. Also waiting here at 22,560. I don't see anything in 23, nothing big. Otherwise, 21.6. OKEX. Let us take a look to OKEX. Nothing. OKEX swap. Nothing. Kraken waiting at 23 as well. To the upside, nothing big, just here a little bit, and even here 23.5, but they reduced liquidity there, so it looks like they want to let the price go down. BTC USD on buy but nothing, BTC USDT on buy but nothing, BitMEX waiting at 22,800. So I still think between 23 and 22,800 should be the local bottom. Now, perp. So they, that looks horrible. As the main driver of the price at the moment keeps being, futures. You can see what they are doing. They are just, longing here all between 23.8 and 22.7, 22.8. So if they push hard to the downside with spot, they will trigger all these orders here. BTC BUSD perp, also related to Binance, doing almost the same. In my opinion, that's Binance. In my opinion, they are still using BUSD, but it's my opinion. BTC perp related to Bitfinex, waiting here at 25,500 almost, and here as well 23.3. Otherwise 25. Kraken futures, nothing. OKEX futures, nothing. Deribit 24,700, waiting there to short. And the next bigger wall at 20K on Deribit. Yeah, that's it. So, as mentioned, I'm still waiting to see a level of 23, let us say 23,100 or something, because we have a trend line there. But yeah, if we take a look, for example, to the 1 hour time frame, once again, we will try another. I think, yeah, that's the right position here. We are trying it again. We are going back to 23,800. Only if we break that, we should go then hitting 23,500. Then we need to see what's going to happen again there. Yeah, if it's, I'm really not sure if they are buying the dip here in that area. But I guess usually when that happens, they will maintain here, and then go a little bit more lower to 23K, for example, and then push up once again, because they can liquidate all these late shorts that will push up the price also a little bit. So it would be possible, something we should have in mind as well, right? Yeah. However, if we take the daily one, it's just a set. I'm still expecting to go here to 23,200, between 23,200 and 23,000. That would be in my scope at the moment, because we are in a trend. Of course, we have a support area here. That's why it's at the moment not just easy at 23,500. A little bit, no, it's a little bit more up, 20, yeah, almost 24. So in our current price action, price level, we can go up once again and then down. In that case, that would be a very simple, and it wouldn't surprise me, double top. So go down, go up, and then break and more down. But we will see. I mean, we need to track their moves. We need to keep checking what they are doing, what they have in mind. If we can see anything that could be useful at the moment, option traders, I wouldn't say flipping just to bearish at the moment, but adapting a little bit to the price action. Be careful. In my opinion, hedge. Try to make some swing trades, for example. I would like to wait what's happening here again in the price range of 23.5 and 23.6. We can take a look, for example, once again here and check if big BUSD volume, and that's the trash Binance BUSD. It's so stupid. So if I check here, okay, they took profit here, 20 millions in USDT, and I don't see anything big related to USDC as well at the moment. We had that here, so buying, I guess, while the price is declining. So I can imagine. However, I would be extremely careful here with a potentially bear trap. You can see here that they are absorbing here in that range once again. So, but if they want to push down hard with spot, they can do it. As you see as well, 23,300 is not well protected anymore. But yeah, we still have, we are still in this trading range here. That's our trading range at the moment. Nice for swing trades. Down, up, and maybe again down. Oh, we need to see. However, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Use all this information, make your own conclusions. Use all this information to make a nice trade strategy. Make good money, but always be careful. I mean, we have so many red flags, and be careful with April. Okay, so we have enough time in front of us, but be careful with April. I will talk about April later on, but not today. Big love. See you tomorrow. Your Inspo.